So I tried being a bully. Bro legit leaned back with all his body weight and tensed up every muscle in his arms and swung. It didn't end well. I bet. So we're gonna call this kid Deontay. Me and Deontay lived in the same neighborhood, virtually right next to each other, as we were like 3 houses down from one another. I was around 11, 12 at the time, but I think he was like 2 years younger than me. He lived with his grandma and basically was only allowed to stay in his yard to play. So I would come over there and see what was going on. There were usually other kids there, so we would all play catch and freezes, fucking shoot marbles, backyard hoops, all that kiddie shit. But for some strange reason, I woke up and decided that I wanted to bully someone. Maybe because I also have been bullied before at this point in my life. So I remember wanting to feel what it's like to be that, like to be in the bully role and to make somebody scared of you or some shit like that. Anyway, I decided my victim was going to be Deontay. Now, Deontay was shorter than me, chubby, and nerdy too. So basically, while I was a dork, I figured he was even dorkier than me, so he made the perfect test subject. So later that day, I pulled up to his crib and all the other kids were there, so we got to playing whoop-de-woo and all that, right? But then the other kids would kind of just dip. I guess their parents might have called them for lunch or something. Either way, I knew sometime within the day me and Deontay would be alone. And so we was. I don't remember how exactly this went, but I sort of like introduced this shit as like a game to him. So I told him it was called Bully Time. Fucking cringe. And I remember him looking confused and not liking the sound of that. So I basically started to beat him up, kind of half expecting him to fight back, but he really didn't. And that in my head confirmed that I was now officially a bully. I'm glad I was a scrawny 12-year-old and not some behemoth abomination of a child, or that would have made this shit so much worse. But I do remember making him cry though. And I think I just dipped right after. Yeah, some true scumbag shit. So I think this went on for like a week, but like days in between. Not really sure, but I remember it coming to an end fairly quickly. Because one day, Deontay had enough. The day was just like any other day. I pulled up to Deontay's crib and played amongst all the other kids until at around noon. It was just me and Deontay. I don't think I ever really planned when I did this, because I remember dead ass just chilling on the concrete sitting area in front of his crib, and the thought just like impulsively entered my mind. As soon as it did, a smirk crawled across the corner of my lips, and I turned to face Deontay, his face already wary of what I was about to say. But it was different this time. The awareness was there, but there was no fear behind it, no sadness, just fatigue. Almost as if he became numb to the terror I would cause him. I shrugged at his reaction. I figured, no matter, if he wants to act tough, I'll just have to break him into tears once again. So I slowly walked up to him, making eye contact, but expecting him to look away, and I started to get nervous when he didn't. I was in front of him and asked him a question. I asked him, "Do you know what time it is?" He didn't answer, just kept his tired eyes on mine. "It's bully time." He made no changes in reaction, but started to finally speak, saying, "Babe, you touch me, I could break that stick across your head." He then pointed to a big, dry tree branch on the ground. I was surprised at first, but then I felt challenged. I got angry and decided to call his bluff. So I pushed him and he went for the stick. No, not that stick, thank God, not that. But nah, Buddy picked up the damn tree branch from off the ground and started to approach me. He stopped within some distance between us, which made me think, oh, he's hesitating. He wouldn't do that shit for real. And he didn't. He just started to warn me again, and I wasn't convinced. So I pushed him again. Oh my fucking god. Now, when he went and got that stick, I was quite nervous about actually being hit with it because even though it was light enough for either of us to swing quite easily, it did still have some thickness to it, and some girth behind it. So yeah, I did not want to get hit with that. But little did I know, when I pushed him off that last time, I was giving Buddy ample distance to assume a full swinging motion. And that was the moment I knew it was all over. Bro legit leaned back with all his body weight and tensed up every muscle in his arms. And swung, hitting me square in my left temple. I was shocked. I was standing there for a minute in pure disbelief. You know that look the aggressor has on their face when they actually get what's coming to them? Yeah, that dumbass look. And instead of just holding that and going home, I decided, nah, I'm not about to let this scrub hit me with no damn stick. So I tried to swing on him and missed. Earning me another serving of Mother Nature's open palm. I don't remember where I got hit the second time, but it was somewhere in the head again. At this point, my little adrenaline kicked in, so I didn't care where I got hit. I kept trying to go at him. I think I hit him back a few times, but the hits from the damn tree branch was becoming too much for me to ignore anymore. It just started to hurt. So I remember trying to focus on stopping it, but I was crazy unsuccessful. That boy put that shit all over me until his grandma must have heard the fighting noises, aka me getting my shit knocked off by lavish lumber. She pops out and tells him to put the stick down and me to go home. So I took the walk of shame, and when I got home, I just sat in a chair at the dining room table. And I remember rubbing the big ass baby bump on my little goofy ass forehead, thinking to myself, yo, why was I even doing that? Did I even think that was fun? You see, the more I thought about it, the more the guilt saddened, which made me more sad that I was even doing that to a friend. First of all, I never even felt the feeling I thought I would feel doing it. Instead, I just felt bad the whole time. Like, did I think I eventually was gonna actually start feeling on top of somebody if I were to keep bullying this dude? I guess I must have thought if I can get through those feelings first, I'd get to this loser ass nirvana, but it never happened. All I got in the end is a friggin' lump I had to lie to my mom about, and a potentially lost friendship. And it was well deserved. My little ass ain't never had no business trying to bully anyone, much less a friend, especially when I've been bullied myself. But of course, I'm a grown man now, so there's really no point in trying to rationalize a lot of decisions I made as a kid. But all I know is I'm glad bro knocked me upside the head with Fern's sniping staff, and to this day I deeply appreciate it. And we actually did remain friends, although we would later grow apart from each other in life. I think bro is doing pretty well for himself now, actually. So shout out to you, Deontay. You know who you really are. So if you ever come across this video, and I know that we cool now, and we grown men, but I would still like to take this time and apologize for putting my hands on you. I'm making you feel like you have to defend yourself against me. That was not cool, and I never should have done that. And to my viewers, moral of the story, man. Bullying is ass. But bullying your friends is even more ass. Protect and love your peoples, man, if they're genuinely your friends at whatever age you are watching this. If you guys have similar stories you don't mind sharing, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, or else I'm gonna feed you tender turkey tendonitis, little bro. I'm gone.